From the original motion picture soundtrack of Don Juan DeMarco, that's Bryan Adams and Have You Ever Really Loved a Woman? And this is one hell of a woman coming up on the show, Nawaz Modi Singhania. We're under her able tutelage, that's Erica and yours truly on Fitstop. Fitstop over the last 3 weeks has meant stalwarts of the wellness and fitness industry trying to get Erica and my fitness and wellness quotient up. And Nawaz is on week 3, and this is recorded on location, remember, just after one of my sessions.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishi K.
It's my second session at the Hughes Road studio, the body art studio with Nawaz Modi Singhania. Nawaz, today I realized that I conquered a bit of my fearful mind because I was able to go, almost completely around 360 degrees, and you ought to be a little proud of me.
I'm very proud of you. I told you at that point itself, you did really well. You extended out, you released the space in the spine, which is the whole point of, the aerial art studio out there. And you really need that disc space to grow, especially because of your sciatica issue.
Now, post the aqua aerobics, I came away with a little bit of a swelling on the thighs and the IT band and just in front of that. And you gave me a few stretches. Often happens with somebody like me who's not used to doing a lot of cardio.
Yes, it does. But the cardio is really important. Otherwise, it's really band-aid therapy. Having excess weight on you doesn't help. Doesn't help the spine, doesn't help the sciatica. So it's really important to knock that off. And for that, you need the cardio. So being in the water, being very buoyant, it makes it very easy on the joints and the back. But yes, since you've not done it, there might be that initial slight stiffness or slight swelling, which we just get rid of with those stretches there and then.
You made me use a couple of new equipment in the Pilates studio. Tell us about those. I think there were 3 of them in all.
So you had used earlier the reformers, the studio reformers, the Allegro reformers. Today you use the trapeze. You also use the reformers, but additionally use the trapeze combo Cadillac and various applications on that, like the roll down bar, the springs, and additionally you use the ladder barrel, basically a spinal corrector, a convex corrector, and the C-shaper, which is a concave corrector. These sort of spinal correctors are very important in mobility of the spine, correct spacing, correct dimension of movement, correct traction. They also help work the core, not only the back, but the abdominals, the whole powerhouse, as we call it in Pilates, which includes all the abdominal muscles, the pelvic region, the mid-lower back, along with the upper glutes or the upper butt region. So that's what you did. In addition to that, you also used the magic circle, which you used a couple of days ago as well.
Recorded on location there. Fitstop continues with Nawaz Modi Singhania. Up ahead is Alanis Morissette. Ironic. My name is Hrishi K. Such an adolescent teeny bopper freshness to that song. True Blue, Baby, I Love You. Title track of the True Blue album by Madonna. Fitstop with Nawaz Modi Singhania has Erica and myself training under her guidance. And she's making us do a variety of disciplines. There's Pilates, there's anti-gravity, and of course there's aqua aerobics. Now this was recorded on location after my aqua aerobic session.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishi K.
I noticed that there was a fair amount of marching and steps, almost like, when I was a little boy, I remember my mother doing some Jane Fonda classes, sitting in front of those VHSs and VCRs. It was a hark back to those days, and a lot of stuff in the water that you had engineered for, I think you call it bespoke fitness. You engineered for me.
Yes, I did. Because, when you're first in the water as you were today, you have to kind of relearn how to balance yourself, how to stand, what pace you can keep, how to use your muscles, how to keep the core tight, or then you're not able to do the moves. Just like a young child, has to learn how to kind of even turn their head, crawl, walk, all of that. So marching gives you a bit of perspective in that direction. So it's important to just get a handle on that first before you move forward.
And we were using all 4 sides of the aqua aerobic pool, which also made it pretty exciting instead of just looking at making it one-dimensional.
Yes, it's because, to me, fitness is about having a lot of fun. So if you're lost in the music and the beat and the choreography and you're using your mind, which is why I also told you that I'm going to ask you what the routine is as we move along, because I need you to remember it, because I want you to be engaged in those sort of things rather than think about, oh my God, how much longer is this going to go on? So yes, we deploy a lot of techniques, workout techniques. So today what we did was an add-on. You kept doing something and adding something onto the train to move forward. and also identification. Different sides of the room, you identify with different moves, etc. And the next time you come in again, it'll be totally different. So yes, that's what it's about.
Now the science of it, I used some props, which in this particular case were like dumbbells made of sponge. But I noticed that the moment I took them into the water, they gained significant weight, and you'd asked me to keep them under the water to do some toning and weight training.
Yes, these are aqua bells, and they're made out of styrofoam, and they give you a lot of resistance when you keep them under the water, which you lose when you let them move above the water. So that's the reason why, that you really need to work against them and disallow them from kind of popping out of the water too quickly.
And synchronized swimming, I remember this is a sport at the Olympics, and it's just so wonderful to watch. Most of these classes must be so thrilling. I can imagine the pool being full of people working together, feeding off each other's energy.
Totally, yes. So any sort of cardio needs a room full of people, like when you're dancing, and you do kind of thrive of each other's energy, and that, that takes you to a different level of a high. So yes, that's how our classes are conducted in groups.
Thank you, Nawaz, and see you tomorrow.
Absolutely, look forward. Thank you.
Recorded on location after my aqua aerobics class, so wish me luck. Up ahead, India Connects. My name is Hrishi. This is Rumors by Awesome. Nickelback, prime, robust rock in the form of a song called Photograph. Nawaz Modi Singhania is our teacher. Yep, the wellness, fitness expert in Pilates, anti-gravity, gerotonics, aqua aerobics, is putting Erica and myself through the paces on Fit Stop. This entire week spent with her means we're feeling a little toned. Can't promise or guarantee any weight loss so soon, but like Nawaz says, keep at it, buddy. Now, in the Pilates studio, she made me use an apparatus called the Magic Circle, and this was recorded on location at her Hughes Road studio, which is called Body Art. Nawaz and yours truly.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishi K.
A couple of days ago, what I did with the Magic Circle is I put my knees into it, and I was actually doing an outward stretching movement. Here you made me put in my inner thighs and squeeze and then try and lift my back one vertebrae at a time. The one vertebrae at a time. What's the reasoning behind that in exercise?
This is called articulation in Pilates, where you articulate or you separate one disc, one intervertebral disc from the next. Very important in making sure that you're working each and every area of the spine. You're not missing anything. And, being opposing muscles, agonist and antagonist muscles, you get to that way work not only the back, but the core, the abdominals in front as well. Very important because you get strength, support, flexibility, mobility from both sides. When you do it very slowly, you make sure that the muscles are utilized, you develop awareness. When you develop greater flexibility and mobility, you injure yourself far less often. You're functionally a lot more fit.
I noticed that in both your studios, the ones I've been to thus far, which is Hughes Road as well as Marine Drive, you have these interesting sayings on the wall, just motivational stuff, which I'm sure is not picked out of any quotation book, and they're all very incredibly original because I haven't seen them anywhere. So I'd like to sign off today's on-location recording with one of your originals.
Well, I have a lot that I really like, but how about suck it up now so you don't have to suck it in later?
That's a nice one. And there's something about jeans.
Yes, when you use the weighing scale, it's not a good idea because the weighing scale doesn't give you a break-up of how much fat and inches and weight you lost as opposed to how much you tightened and toned, which then accounts for weight again. It's very deceptive. So I always say, don't trust the scale, trust your genes.
And there's something about excuses.
Yes, well, when you lose all your excuses, you will find all your results.
On that note, Nawaz, see you tomorrow at the Aqua Aerobics studio.
Looking forward.
She's wonderful, and all those aches and pains, the stiffness, it's all worth it, man. As long as we're getting fitter, Erica and myself on Fit Stop. Keisha with a cracker of a hit. This is Da Young.